I made some dramatic changes to this room. I've completely turned everything upside down. I made a video a while back kind of detailing my setup and some of my gear, my space. Since then, I've completely turned everything upside down. At the time, was doing much more mixing for clients that was not attended. And since then, I've found myself transitioning to much more creative, collaborative composition work. And I found that most sessions were mostly, if not entirely, out in the living room, because it was cozier and a better space to work for that. Wanted to get this space conducive for that. My previous room was, I believe, as dialed as I could possibly get this space for mixing. Having a desk right in the middle of the room with speakers pulled way out into the room. So essentially no room to really do anything other than stand there in the mix position. Nonetheless, I was still heavily reliant on headphones and car checks. So with that, it gave me a little more confidence to be able to make the changes that I wanted to make for these other things. And also considering that, I've learned more through my experience with mixing, learning my monitors and such, so that, I could put them in a not ideal situation and be able to recalibrate in order to still make good mixes. Of course, relying on headphones and car checks still. So I removed everything. Yes, sadly, the desk is gone. A lot of people love that. I also loved it. I built it. It was awesome. But c'est la vie. I built this little rack here to put all the gear in. And as much as we love the desk, part of the idea there too is to move the thing away that's in front of you that you look at, and I can go over here when I need to, but for the most part, I'm using my ears to make decisions. And that's just a little small tweak that I think could be valuable. A couple other things while we're here. Since I did my introduction video, I got the WT72 by Weight Tank. It's a replica of the V72 classic German tube preamp. I also grabbed a couple mic parts mics, which are amazing. One of the artists that I work with, we set out to get them the perfect mic, which the U87 was at the top of that list. So there was a few contenders. We were this close to pulling the trigger on a U87, and I was like, I've been kind of eyeing these mics by mic parts, and I've just been a little gun shy because I'm kind of scared to build a mic. What if it doesn't work? What if it does work, but I don't like it that much, So I was like, let me just try this thing, thinking I could probably at least recoup what I put into it, provided I don't break it, right? And we pulled the trigger on it, and it beat out the U87. After that, I got a T67 and just slightly preferred that. Gives me some good options for different types of voices, mic parts, mics. I probably should do a video on those because they're so important and so awesome. So that might be coming in the future. So yeah, cleared out the room, have some space to move around in here now, some cozy couches, so that it can be a place that's comfortable, that people want to be in and chill in and be creative in. But I had to think about it a lot because in a sense, I was sort of sacrificing my mixing space. I think and I hope that I can sort of calibrate the differences to make as good of mixes. It's still a little bit of an experiment, but I have a new song coming out on Friday that is going to be the first release that came up in this room from conception to final mix. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to do it for today. Hopefully you get some value out of this video that helps some others out there working through some similar issues. Make sure you check the description for links and ways to support and do all the stuff. Much love and peace.